All right, guys, good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Breath Fitness class. We are going to have an amazing day today. I can't wait to share with you guys the cool stuff we're going to do. We're going to do two of them. I don't think I shared this with you guys before, but you know the ways to clear your nose, right? If you hold your breath for as long as you can, your nose, the blood flow starts to clear. That is how the body works. It's ingenious, but I've realized something pretty neat. If you hold with a full breath, you can hear the nose clearing. And by the way, guys, I've never learned this from anywhere. I discovered this on my own. So if you guys hear anybody else talk about this, I would love to know like who else is talking about it, because maybe they even know it in more depth than I do. But if you hold your nose in a quiet room with a full breath or any breath, you start to hear suction cups. It takes until you get to a high urge to breathe. So most people's high urge to breathe is about 40 seconds. So you just gotta sit there and wait, and you're gonna start to hear, these suction cups where your nose opens up. And what I discovered recently, and that's a unnerving feeling. You build some angst because you're holding your breath. But what I discovered recently is if you hold with a full breath, you can hear those suction cups happen, right? If you do it again, it takes a little bit longer to get there. It's a little bit more difficult. But if you hold with a medium breath, then it happens again. And then you hold with an empty breath, everything's out, you hold again, it happens again pretty quickly. So what I think is happening is it's clearing up different portions of the blood flow in the areas. So it's an awesome reason. I never like doing more than a couple of them, just because just doing it over and over doesn't seem like it does that much more. But if we change the amount of air in us while we're holding, it changes how long you can hold. So if you hold with an empty breath, then that's gonna be your least breath hold. If you hold with a full breath, that's gonna be your longest breath hold. And we're talking about static breath holds, meaning you don't do any sort of hyperventilation beforehand. So that's one of the new techniques we're gonna do today. Is we're really gonna clear up our nasal passages significantly, and I really want you to pay very close interoceptive connection to the sounds, because even this sound is going to be slightly distracting. But think about when you may have to swallow when you're holding your breath, and so that's going to add to like the juiciness, if you will, that you're hearing in the back of your throat or in your mind. But so just try and pay attention to that after you swallow. See if you can't start to hear some of those suction cups, and then after we're nice and clear and we're breathing wonderfully, we're gonna go over some meditative practices. This is a neat thing too. In that podcast, one of my favorite takeaways was that people that are good at meditation, that do it very often, you would assume that they are good at focusing, right? That's one of the attributes of meditation. It starts to get your focus a little bit better. But turns out that they're not good at focusing, they're good at refocusing. So everybody, a lot of you, just by show of hands, who you think your mind races more often than you'd like it to? Yeah, a lot of us. But so your mind racing is not the problem. Your attention to things is not the problem. It's your refocusing ability. And we can improve our neuroplasticity of refocusing ability by simply doing it the hardest way. We can focus on two things. We can focus interoceptively or exteroceptively. Everybody is better or worse at both, presumably. So everyone's a little bit better or worse at one or the other. And so what we're gonna do is do all of it. We're gonna sit and hold and try and get to our heart rate, or at least some sort of sensations inside. Then in the next minute, we're gonna switch to the waterfall. And the next minute, we're gonna switch to, maybe we're gonna hear something going on this side. I think this is, would you guys say this is north? Is that waterfall north? Okay, so we're gonna switch from north to south, and maybe that way a little bit. Jody. And inside, right. Interoception is what's going on in your body. Exteroception is what's going on everywhere else, outside your body. So, cool, guys. Let's do a quick warm-up, because we want to be nice and comfortable and calm. If you want to lay back on your mats, and we're going to do a quick back exercise, a quick back stretch. All right, guys, just lay back, get your knees out at 90, and slowly bring them to the left side. Exhale, gently relax. You're just looking to crack your back a little bit. Back to the center. Slowly bring them to the right side. Exhale. Make some adjustments in your back. Back to the center. Flex nice and hard with your knees at 90 and slowly straighten them with a slight bit of interoceptive focus on the adjustments your knees are making. Flex them while they're nice and straight until they tremble and slowly bring them in to your chest best you can. And you can sit up. And then wake up your toes and wake up your ankles a little bit. All right, guys, so the high urge to breathe with a full breath comes around 40 seconds for most people. Then a medium breath is 30, an empty breath is 20 seconds. So I'm gonna count for you guys, but what I want you guys to do is in your head, do a fast 20 count. So to get to 40, you know, you're probably doing 4 to 5 fast 20 counts in your head. And again, it's just something to give your monkey mind something to do in order to keep that urge to breathe down and help you stay for longer. So the suction cups don't happen until the urge to breathe is quite high. And throw in a swallow if you need to, whatever you need to hang on. And let's just see if anybody can get anything. This is gonna be awesome. So we're gonna take 3 breaths and then we're gonna take a full breath in, and then that's when we're gonna hold. And I'm gonna help, hopefully try and guide you a little bit. And I'm gonna be quiet at the end so that you can just hold. And yeah, perfect, you guys are leaning up against something. That usually helps a little bit. So here we go, 3 breaths all the way in, and then let go. All the way in, and then let go. Last one, all the way in, and then let go. And one nice full breath in, all the way in. Even take a little extra. Lock it in. Lean up against the wall, whatever you got if you do. And just hold your breath. And you can start your counting. Slow, fast 20 counts. Just making a few sets of 20 counts. And when we get to, we're at 20 seconds now. We want to get to an uncomfortably high urge to breathe. You're at 30 seconds now. Try and do at least one more 20 count, and then breathe in and out through your nose. Listen. Keep going, guys. All right, now we're at 1 minute. Sorry, we're at 1 minute. Hopefully that was, did anybody hear the suction cup? Did anybody feel them? Anything? A little bit? Good, good, good. It's a little hard. You gotta really be in a quiet room. Okay, so that's a full breath hold. Now let's do a half breath hold, meaning you let that last breath out so you still have about half a breath left. Does that make sense? So here we go. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Last breath in, all the way in. Just let it go. So you still have some left in there. Lock it in and hold your breath. So you can start your 20 counts now. Start to feel, notice how your fingertips start to warm up, how your nervous system starts to tremble a little bit. Because you really want to hold on for a high urge to breathe. You're at 40 seconds. If you're still going, awesome. If not, that's fine. 50 seconds. Okay, good. Hopefully that was enough for you. Did anybody need longer than that by any chance? Did you need a little longer than that? Yeah, okay. We'll do one more. We're gonna do this one, we're gonna do empty, and then I'll give you a minute, okay? If you can hold past a minute empty, man, you're in really great shape with this stuff. All right, so 3 breaths, let go at the very end, and now we're gonna push the rest out at the very end, so we're gonna be empty. And if you guys look up at me and you notice that your spine curls over as you push the rest out, that's what I want. I want you to be super empty on this one, and you're gonna notice that your breath hold is as short as it gets for all these. So here we go, 3 breaths. Nice big breath in, and let it go. All the way in, and let it go. All the way in, let it go. Last one, all the way in, let it go. Push the rest out. Even if you're curled over, you could lean back up again, really creating a vacuum in your belly. And hold on the best you can for as long as you can. You're at 20 seconds. You will notice some twitching before you have to let go, and then just breathe in and out through your nose. Forty seconds. $50 seconds. One minute. Good job. All right, guys, now breathe in and out through your nose. Isn't that nice? Did you feel any difference? It's cool, right? Your ears started opening up. Yeah, started popping. Isn't that cool? So, I mean, of course, your ear canals are connected to your nose canals, and then the blood just starts leaving as your body wants to breathe so badly. And then, this is for sleep. If you don't breathe with your nose when you sleep, now's the time to tape up your mouth, and you will continuously breathe through your nose. You'll keep the blood flow away if you start using it. You got to use it or you lose it. So it's an interesting mechanism, because what I noticed too is in the morning, because I have poor nose airflow, in the morning when it's time to wake up, my nose starts to clog. It's just like, get up, you know, like our body has all these cool mechanisms. Cool. You made it. You were really holding hard.
Yeah. When I'm congested,
yeah.
the breath hold, everything opens up really well.
Nice.
But I think I breathe through my nose quite a bit, actually.
Good, yeah.
So, like, I had to hold my breath for quite a long time for, like, that sensation.
Yeah.
And I can, like, feel it coming on. You can, like, slowly feel the vessels start to open. And, like, that kind of forces you to hang on a little bit longer.
Totally right, because you want, like, oh, okay, it's working. Yeah, you almost want to, like, you forget that it works until you start to feel it, like, oh, okay, I'm going to hang on.
But
yeah.
It took quite a lot. Like, that was pretty intense, the last one.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah. You were really pushing yourself. That's awesome. No, but that's super cool. Why I love this one so much is the way I was taught this is actually when you start to feel the high urge to breathe. The second thing, when you feel a medium urge, he tells you to hold your nose. This is from the Oxygen Advantage, Patrick McEwen, who kind of came up with this or really showed everyone this. But he wants you to hold your nose at the medium urge and then start to move around during the high urge, which is totally relieves any way to sort of make the connection of what's going on, because now you're bouncing around and you're holding your nose and you can't hear anything because you're already making noise with your nose. So this is so neat, because if you just sit there, man, you can get a more intense interoceptive interoceptive awareness of what's going on. So yeah, try that at home and report back. Did anybody actually hear it this time? Hear the suction cups? Nothing? Oh man, you got to really dial it in. Yeah, yeah, you have to. It's so slight. Yeah, I think it is. It's too noisy to notice it right now. But once you notice it, then, like, for instance, I can notice it even though there's sound around. So it's like, it's the slightest little noise that's literally in the center of your head. You know what I mean? So it's I understand if you don't hear it this time. All right, guys. So, did you have a question? Oh. All right, guys, we're gonna do a little bit of the meditative practice. And so, it's about changing awareness and refocusing. So first we're gonna focus on the waterfalls, probably the easiest. And then we're gonna focus on the inside. So for 5 minutes, with our eyes closed, we're gonna make these different focus points. Somehow we're gonna focus on whatever is south of us. I have a feeling the workers will start. But, and then we're gonna refocus on the inside. If you can feel your heart rate, doosh, doosh, while you're focusing, then that's a wonderful interoceptive feature. And the way it's gonna help is long exhales. So whatever inhale you like, but just nice and long exhales. That's all I want you to focus on. It's just elongating your exhale. What I recommend is go through your teeth first to get the pace down. So you capture the air in your mouth and you just go through your teeth with a little bit of tension in your jaw and lips. Once that feels good and you sort of find a rhythm where you don't have any air hunger, then that's going to be your good rhythm. We're just trying to do long exhales, and what you're going to start to notice, hopefully, is with long exhales, you're going to start to feel your heart rate. So this is going to be for 5 minutes. So nice and easy. I want you to, again, get to your comfortable position. I want you to move the least amount you can. This is the focusing exercise of meditation. You do this for 5 minutes a day. Holy smokes, and there is actually evidence that, again, it'll change the neuroplasticity in your response, and I haven't gotten all into the science yet, but I will and share with you guys. So that's it. So just lean up against the wall that you got or whatever you got. You can lay down too, it's fine. And take one big breath in, all the way in. Out nice and through the teeth. And you can do a couple more of those if you want. And then let's switch to nose. Maybe just one more so we're nice and quiet. All the way in. Let go. And now switch to nose exhales. And let's only focus on the waterfall for 1 minute. Eyes closed. You heard the bells. Refocus on the waterfall. Awesome. Now, with that same breath pattern, nice, slow exhales. Doesn't matter, you just don't want an air hunger. You want to keep up a rhythm. I want you to focus on something inside. Your heart rate, if you can feel it, but whatever sensation you have going on, focus on the inside. When you lose it, refocus. All right, guys. Now they're doing work inside here. They're putting up chairs, they're moving chairs south of us, and I want you to focus on noises inside or from the truck that's south of us. All right, guys, now it's time to refocus back inside. So if you could catch your heartbeat, awesome. If you just have some sort of sensation going on inside, your legs are going numb because of the way you're sitting or whatever it is, focus inside. Long exhales, refocus. All right, guys, last minute. Choose something in nature. If you can hear some of the birds, or even if you can hear the airplanes, focus outside now. Find yourself some pinpoint. All right, guys, so come on back. Focus on me now. So, I hope that was interesting. You changed. So that is what focus is not taking in the data of what you are being most aware of. It's removing the rest of the data, right? So that's what we're doing all the time. Is we constantly have to siphon out all this data that's coming in. Otherwise, we couldn't function, right? And so it's really weird when you think about it that way, that there's just so much that we could allow into our minds. Who used that thing as the, I was like, that'll be easy. Yeah. But it's kind of neat. When you do that, it gets closer almost, right? You can almost like pull it into your mind. And what you're doing is you're kind of diminishing everything else. You're diminishing your heart rate. You're diminishing these other things. And so who found the internal focus to be easier? Anybody? Internal focus easier? And who found the external focus to be easier? A little bit. You don't really know some of it. Kind of interesting. So I didn't realize this, but that's about what it is. About some people are better at one or the other. And so what you should be doing when you meditate, if your goal is neuroplasticity, is to do the hard one. Whichever the hard one is, do that one. But I think this is a neat practice too, is to sort of switch it back and forth, because man, you guys didn't move at all, but you collected in this data from like all these different sources, which is hopefully pretty interesting. Cool, guys, good stuff. Hey, so just so you guys know, next week, I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be in Tulum. We sold out our first retreat in Tulum. Yeah, that'll be pretty fun, yeah. I'm excited about that, but so, I think I have a sub for next week, and then the week of Thanksgiving, I'm not gonna be here either, because we're gonna be in Big Bear. My mom comes today though, that'll be fun. Yeah, I know. But so, man, is she gonna see us next? I don't know. She'll be here all month, so she'll join one of the classes. But yeah, so if anybody wants to sub Thanksgiving, just let me know. Anybody? Cool, guys. So that, Andrea, that you came to the breathwork sesh at the arena. Yeah. What did you think? How much deeper did you get? I'm just curious. I don't know.
Incredible. I keep talking about it.
Do you really? Wow. Cool. So for those of you guys that don't know, we did a breathwork and ice bath bash for Halloween at the arena. And we did, we called it DMT style breath work, where you really just make significant layer of consciousness shifts, and it was just wild. But that, where you got then, you can get there with the stuff that we do here in 10, 12 minutes. If you really sort of give it the effort. I mean, I for sure can, but that's about it. So there, we get there, and then we get to keep going for a while, and you got to push yourself, and you're there in this space for about 10 minutes, if not longer. But here, we're going to do a 10-minute breathing session, and 2 of those minutes, I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to let you guys push your pace significantly so that you really sort of hyperventilate to the point where you are not even simulating a fight or flight response. You are in a fight or flight response. When you breathe that heavy, your body is, it's not a simulation. Your body is in fight or flight. But you are doing it in a controlled way, so you don't have the same cortisol release that you would if this was, a lion jumps off of this thing and it's a true fight or flight. So I would say we're not even simulating it. We are just pulling the levers to get ourselves into this wonderful state where you release adrenaline from your mind and your body, and that's going to be useful for you later on. So if you're going on a trip, I'm going on a trip soon, right? And this, a fun little insight, so many things give you adrenaline, and when you start to switch your routine, you're not going to have the same adrenaline dump. And if you have a lower adrenaline dump, that's when you're going to start to feel symptoms of your body fighting stuff off, because it's constantly fighting stuff off. So my example is, I'm very good at drinking, and I stopped drinking to prepare for this trip, and just I'm because I should anyway. And but that means I get such a, because I'm honestly, I get such an adrenaline boost from drinking that that's a significant change in my routine. And so now I have to add in more breath work or more cold exposure to compensate for that. And that's why you guys may have some friends that drink a lot, and and when they stop drinking, they literally get sick, because alcohol, it does have an effect. Part of the chemical dependency effect also has to do with that adrenaline. If you drink all the time, it's because you get a wonderful boost of adrenaline from it. And so when you stop, your body starts to get low, and you got to add in heat exposure, cold exposure, exercise, breath work, fasting, any of the 5 wonderful ways to get an adrenaline boost. And so it's something to consider. And it's why, particularly this 10-minute session we're about to do is so powerful. It's a guaranteed dose of adrenaline. And then for you new guys that haven't done this before, the sensations you're going to feel, a tingling in your hands and feet, it starts with a dizziness. Just know that the dizziness is a layer of consciousness shift, and that's what dizziness is. It's literally your body switching on the fact that it needs to focus on itself. If you're standing, it wants you to sit. If you're or lean up against something. If you're sitting, it might want you to put your hands down. It might want you to lay down. That's what the dizziness feature is in us. It's like, tune everything out and focus on yourself for a minute so that you're safe. But just know that everybody gets that, has that same experience. The dizziness starts, the tingling starts. You start to feel a tingling in your hands and feet particularly. And then if you really get to business and push yourself, if you really allow yourself to get out of your comfort zone, you start to get a cramping from the low CO2. And you start to get cold a little bit if you're not in the sun. So just know the cramping, the cold, the tingling, the dizziness, that's all part of the game. And whenever you have had enough and you feel like, okay, that's about, I felt as much as I want to feel today, if you just breathe more with your nose and your belly. And you guys, let's do it together. Just put a hand on your belly, into the belly. We're gonna do it 3 times. Letting go. 2 more times, into the belly. Let go. 1 more in the belly. And let go. Now we're gonna do belly, pause, and then into the chest. And I want you to stretch your shoulders out and stretch your chest out. So into the belly first. Pause, open up your chest and your shoulders. Into the chest. Ooh, and you feel a little bit of tension there. Let go. 2 more times, into the belly. Pause, into the chest. Then let go. Last one, in the belly. Pause, into the chest. And let go. Good. Just that little neuromuscular connection is going to help get that airflow moving easier. And so now, for approximately 10 minutes, we're going to breathe a different way every minute, and this works best lying down. If you have something to put behind your head, I would encourage you to do so. Do you want a mat behind your head? Yeah? Okay. Nice, brought the neck pillow? That's the move. Does anybody else have one more mat if you want it behind your head? I would go kind of like loose. There you go. I know you don't think you need it, but man, when you do it, it's like, okay, that's a little better, right? But feel free to, comfort is king. And we're gonna do this a few ways, guys. A few ways. I want you to, the way to move air the fastest with the least amount of effort is with your knees up. So you'll notice with your legs flat, you have a little curve in your lower back, and then when you put your knees up, it shifts. But we want to be good at all of this, okay? So for this first portion, I want you to put your legs flat for now, because we are going to stretch out our breathing capacity, our diaphragm, everything from top to bottom with this incredible breathing practice. And then at the very end of the 10 minutes, we're going to do a breath hold for a short duration. And then we're just going to lay here and sort of soak it all in and meditate for just a little bit. So right now, guys, put a hand on your belly and let's just breathe into our belly. I'm going to walk around and just keep an eye on you. Into the belly, letting go. This doesn't have to be fast. You can use your nose if you want to. Just in the belly, letting go. You're just trying to stretch out the fascia around your lower part of your diaphragm. In the belly, letting go. I'm going to keep an eye on you here. Into the belly, letting go. Good. In the belly, letting go. Good. Jamming. Nice and relaxed, just stretching it out. In the belly, letting go. Good. Put a hand on your belly. Good. Couple more in the belly. Into the belly, letting go. Good. Now we're going to do belly, pause, and then chest. So into the belly, pause, into the chest, and then let go. Stretching out, flexing your chest a bit and really open it up. Good. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Good. For 30 more seconds. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Into the belly, into the chest. Into the belly, into the chest. Good. 15 more seconds, guys. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Good. Into the belly, into the chest. Good to see you. Into the belly, into the chest. Good. All right, guys. Now we're going to get a little more nitric oxide with some humming. So a full breath in and then hum out through your nose. So here we go, all the way in. Nice long exhale. Listen to that. It sounds awesome. Nice full breath in. Get that nose airflow moving. Fully in. Let go. Last one all together, guys. Nice big full breath in. Let it out. I like it. Good job. All right, now put it together. Means forget the mechanics, just take some full breaths in and let go. You have found a pace already from the previous rounds, and I want you to push outside your comfort zone ever so slightly for 30 seconds. Here we go. Mouth and nose together. Use some mouth breathing right now. It's going to be a little bit more efficient. 10 more seconds. All right, guys, now I want you to take a full inhale, let go with an audible sigh, and push the rest out of your belly. It's the only time we're fully emptying. So it sounds like this, all the way in, let it go, push it out of your belly. You can even lift. Let's put your knees up right now. And notice that when you lift your butt, when you empty your belly, it gets the spine in the mix. So if you put your feet to the ground and you lift your butt up a little bit as you fully exhale, it's gonna get that lower spine moving. So fully in, let it go, push it out of your belly, lift your butt a little tiny bit, fully in, let it go, push it out. Couple more, fully in, let it go, push it out. Last one, all the way in, let it go, push it out. All right, guys, now put it together again. Nice full breaths in. Notice how easily the airflow moves. If your knees ever get tired, all you do is kind of pull your heels a little closer to your butt, put them a little bit wider if you want. Make yourself feel good and comfortable. You can even put your legs down if they get too tired. 30 more seconds, you're putting it together. Everything's working. Nice full breaths in, letting go effortlessly. 15 seconds left, guys. During this next minute is when you're going to start to feel something exciting. All right, guys, now for 1 minute, I want you to push yourselves. Start slow, and we're going to increase the intensity each 15 seconds. So here we go. Let's turn up the volume a little bit more. 30 seconds left. Pick it up one more time. If you lift your hands up right now and they start to feel heavy, perfect. That means it's working, guys. Feeling good? Things are working? Good. 15 seconds left. Pick it up one more time, guys. Really kind of push yourselves. Find that resistance of your body saying that's enough, then you got to push past it a little bit. Doing okay? Feeling it? Good. Last few quick ones. Perfect, guys. You made it over the hill. Bring the pace back down, but keep the airflow moving. So what that is full breaths in, little tension in the neck and shoulders, and then you let go. Very big, full, deep breaths, the best you can. You doing good? Crazy stuff, isn't it? 30 seconds left, guys. Nice, big, full breaths in, letting go. Take notice of your perception changing. 100% focused on you. The outside world is gone. The dizziness is a disconnection, a disassociation, allowing for a more interoceptive focus inside. All right, guys, now we're gonna do a couple of more sprints. 15-second sprints. If you wanna put hands next to your neck and make sure your neck's nice and soft, we're gonna pant for 15 seconds. Here we go. Sounds like this. Perfect. Pause, swallow. 15 more seconds. Never let your mouth dry out. Pause and swallow whenever you need to, and begin. Start a little slow and pick it up. 5 seconds left. Good. Pause, swallow. 2 more sprints left, and begin. Start slow and pick it up. Last few quick ones. Last sprint, pause, swallow. One more time, guys. Here we go. As fast as you can go for 5 seconds. Pause, swallow. Good, guys. You can bring the pace back down, but keep the airflow moving. Nice, full breaths in, let it go. If you want a little bit extra, this is your last opportunity to push the pace a little bit. Otherwise, just keep that airflow moving, and then we're gonna take 1 more minute to get our heart rate down. So nice, big, full breaths. You can put your hands down to the side or next to you, whatever feels good. And you can even switch to a 2-stage breath. So 2 breaths in, and then let go. For 45 seconds. Really get that airflow moving. Feel that electricity permeating through your nervous system. You have 40 seconds left. Now, guys, slowly start putting your legs down. And we're gonna start bringing our heart rate down. What we're gonna do is short breaths in, long breaths out through the teeth, capturing the air in our mouth, allowing our body to relax to the deepest. Here we go, short breaths in, long breath out through the teeth. Notice when you're capturing that air and deflating, your body can just relax as much as possible. Sync back up with me, guys, in 5 breaths. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your last big deep breath all the way in. Let it go super slow through your teeth. Relax your body to the deepest. Keep just less than half a breath of air left inside. Relax and hold your breath. Nice and comfortably. Move the least amount possible. And just realize, for this moment, you need absolutely nothing. You did it all. And honestly, you have it all. The adrenaline, dopamine, neuroepinephrine. You're in control. Just feel that electricity permeate through your body. Tap into the data, moving around. That twitching in your body, that twitching in your nervous system, the impulses. Whenever you have an urge to breathe, slowly start counting in your mind, nice and slow. Keep the urge to breathe light. I don't want you to pass a medium urge to breathe, but try and hang on just a little bit longer. You're almost to the end. For my advanced students, you can hold on a little bit longer. If this is your first time, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I want you to let go. Take a big breath in, all the way in. Take a little extra. Lock it in for a moment. Keep that pressure in your chest. Just sit with it. What you may start to feel is sensations kind of rise up. Again, keep that pressure in your chest for just another moment. And now let go of the pressure and then let go of the breath. If you're still holding, you're at 2:30. For the people that let go on the first one, that was at 2 minutes you just held your breath. I don't want you guys to hold past 3 minutes, so we're almost to 3 minutes here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're at 3 minutes if you're still holding. Push the rest out. All the way back into the top. Lock it in. Sit with it for a moment. Feel those sensations rise up. Let it go. Give me a thumbs up over here if you're with me. Yeah, good. I'll count that. Thumbs up on this side if you're good and you're with me. Good, 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 good. Jody's with me, good. Guys, let's take 5 breaths and pause with a 5th breath. One more time, and this time we're gonna put a little more squeeze. Here we go, 5 together, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last, big deep breath all the way in. Take 3 extra sips. Lock it in, pressure in your chest. Put a tiny hug, almost like a tiny flex around your chest. Feel that consciousness shift. Now let go of the pressure, and then let go of the breath. All right, guys, let's just take a few minutes and soak up this space here. You doing good? Is that pretty awesome stuff? Yeah, cool. You doing good? Good. Oh, my pleasure. Good job today. You doing good?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, good. Interesting stuff, huh? Did you feel some new stuff you hadn't felt before? Wow, amazing. Thanks for coming today. We're going to take one more minute, guys. Just reflect on the fact that dopamine euphoria exists inside. What else could you possibly need? You doing good?
Yeah.
Good. All right, guys, if you want to start coming back, I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. I hope you feel great. Looking good, guys. And those of you guys watching at home, have a wonderful day.